Thank you. It is an honor to be standing here in front of everybody. I remember being in direct sales with other companies, and I remember always seeing the person who was on stage and thinking, man, that'll never be me. I would think it's a bucket list item, and then I would go through my head and I would just mentally go down the list. That person probably doesn't have kids. That person probably doesn't work full time. The person got in at the right time. They got in at the beginning. And I would push myself all the way down to where I didn't think about it. Self-doubt crept in. I joined Perfectly Posh in January 2012, or 2014, January 20th. I was excited. My husband didn't know it. And 3 days later, I was diagnosed with skin cancer. So my world came to a crashing halt before I even got to jump off the stage and go. I had joined pretty much because of the discount for the bath bombs. And so I thought, okay, that's fine. As this hit me, I went into denial that this couldn't be happening to me. And so Pop and Play showed up and I went to Nashville. And I only went because I needed a place to get away. Because I was tired of having everybody ask me if I was okay. So I went. I don't remember much about it. I remember I just wanted to stay in a hotel room and sleep. But I went. I had my first facial surgery on April Fool's Day, 2014. Because isn't that fitting? They ended up having to take the entire right side of my face off and do a reconstruction. 2 surgeries, 3 surgeries, and a couple more procedures later. I finally thought that my life was going to get back on track. All that time I've been trying to do posh, trying to keep my mind on things, or mind off of things. My mother-in-law got sick, and she was an amazing part of my life. She had Alzheimer's. She broke her hip right before we were getting ready to go to Vegas, because I thought, I just need another break. Let's go to Vegas Uncon. I remember being there at Vegas, and I was a team of 3. It was me and Jamie's sister-in-law. And I remember them looking at me and saying, so are we a pink +1 team or are we a pink +2 team? And I said, girl, we are never going to do that. Came back after Uncon because I was just in my mind a pink. That was all I was. My mother-in-law got worse. After my 3rd surgery, just like 3 days later, she passed away unexpectedly. It was right before Thanksgiving, all those good field times, holidays. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, my only sister's only child died unexpectedly on Christmas Eve. My world was in a tailspin. Just a couple days later after that, my dad went in for a routine stress test, and he failed, and they rushed him into surgery. I couldn't breathe, but yet I kept poshing, because that was the one consistent thing in my life that I could actually do. My father, after they rushed him into surgery and had that pacemaker that was supposed to save his life, he had a heart attack in the ICU. Was nothing ever going to go right for me? That's all I kept thinking. So in February, I was finally a pink +3 because I had just kept working it. I knew I had to have something that was for me and that I could control. I went to San Diego, and I came back and I was excited because I felt like I was finally at a point where I wasn't scared to come out of my house anymore for fear of something bad happening. And at the end of February, I hit premiere. I never saw that But in the meantime, the day that I had shown back up in Wichita, coming back from San Diego, I was asked to come inside my employment and help keep things going because they had just fired 5 key people. So I was a salesperson who was normally on the road, and they brought me in-house. So I was doing the job of 6 people, and I was working 70 and 80 hours a week. And I remember my husband saying to me, "You never have time for us." And I just looked at him and I said, "What do you want me to do?" And he said, "Something has to give." And I said, "Well, it's not going to be posh." And he said, "Why not?" And I said, "Because the thing you don't realize is that while I don't complain about it, you also know that I have lupus. And I am not going to be able to work a job 60, 70, and 80 years or hours a week for very much longer. So to me, posh was my end game. That I was going to be able to work for a while, build my team, and finally be able to have something that I could do if my health failed me. I was working my butt away, and I kept going, and I hit silver, and I hit gold. And to me, in the back of my mind, I thought, this is it. You can finally quit your job and go all in with posh. So I started thinking about it and started trying to plan. And then I realized, this isn't just about posh. This could be something so much bigger. I looked in Wichita looking for a meeting space, and I couldn't find one without spending hundreds of dollars. And I knew that when I wanted to host a party, I didn't want to do it at my house because the dogs were there, the kids were there, the husband was there, I'd just gotten home late from work, and I wanted something where I could bring other women into a safe haven where they didn't have to clean, they didn't have to fight things for their husbands and their kids, and that they would be able to come and have a pampering experience. So I decided I was going to open my own suite. And I kept thinking about it, and I started doing everything, and then I realized it's even bigger than that. I grew up, my dad owned his own business. The suite could be the business. I opened up because of Posh. Posh funded Suite 109. On October 23rd, 2016, I signed a lease on over 2,000 square feet. Not just for me, but for every business owner in the city of Wichita who needed a spot to host a party, to have a team meeting, to be able to do anything that they wanted to. Because it wasn't just about me. I wanted people that were in the exact same boat as me to have an affordable place that had their needs designed and put in place. And so now for me, Posh helped me not only support myself, it got me through rocky times, but it's also now helping everybody in the city of Wichita. And I have every direct sales company that will call me and ask if they can use the suite. And the answer is always absolutely yes. The decision is yours. I had everything go against me in 2014. I could have quit. I could have laid down, and nobody would have thought any different about it. But today I stand here in front of you, and if you guys want to be on a stage, keep going. Do not let anything get you down or tell you that you can't do it.